I want to thank spiritual advisor. You warned me, but it was a good warning. But it was a mission though, so I had to do it anyway. But you had warned me about certain individuals I was coming across. I appreciate that. Especially with the way those individuals have probably been thinking they running things and harassing everybody on. I'm sure if they harassing people in the outside world, they was harassing people in the social media. Ain't nothing worse than a bully. Nothing. I had a gang. And I got my gang together. We went around and grabbed bullies. So I'm saying I ain't telling nobody to do that. Don't even know why I said it. I should have never said it. But that was years ago when I was in school. But I never dealt with bullies like that, y'all. I never could feel them. I just wanted to say I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. The heads up was good because I thought about you every time they was attacking me. You didn't say much, neither. I just read between the lines, so you didn't tell on nobody. You didn't say nothing. You just like, watch out for certain people. So you didn't snitch. She didn't snitch. She protected. I wouldn't mess with her no way out. She very much so protected. Especially now that she helped me. Anyone who helped me get blessed, y'all. Spiritually, all the leads, even Bruce Lee. It's just the problem is anyone who attacked me, they get tore up. This whole situation was so disgusting. I know of celebrities and everybody. I ain't never gonna call y'all out. Man, do y'all own. If you can't be creative on your own, that's a sign of a serious heart. Y'all don't want to die with no serious heart. That's where your non-peace coming from. You can't have. I remember when I first got out the streets. I was doing everything I could to get out these streets. I was making right what I wrong. I still didn't feel that peace. And then I was like, why am I not getting no peace, guys? And it was because my heart was serious. I was still indulging in things. I was still participating in things that I shouldn't have been participating in. And that's when I had to correct. And I ain't gonna lie, when I started correcting that, I started ascending spiritually. But physically, I was descending financially. But it was well worth it. Because it was like good money, bad money can't go with good money. Just like good money can't go with bad money. And that's when I started understanding about the Judas money and stuff. Same thing with my lyrics. Like, I was doing music for the church for a while, but I was doing street music first. And I liked it. I wanted to reach a certain group of people, and I knew I couldn't do it just with the way the church music was back then. And I prayed about it, and God had me reconstruct it. And I did a nice job, by God helping me. I did an outstanding job. I ain't rap, I ain't do anything. Like I said, it's blues and jazz wrapped in hip hop, baby. You know what I mean? And I just want to say thank you, Shawty. You helped the mission. I know, I can't say what it's good. I got my smoke going. I know God proud of you for helping. I'm proud. Thanks for everybody. I want to say thanks to everybody who's been trying to help. I don't know what's going on. I'm in this box. They put me in the box. And then they said, we got him in the box. Let's bury him. And they put me in the box. They buried me. Before they put me in the box and they buried me, they put me in a dome. So they put me in the dome, put me in the box, then they buried me. And then they start throwing dirt on top of me. And you keep coming up. I see his tombstone coming out the grave. Every time they put dirt on me, my hand come out and every time. I'm used to that, bro. I'm used to climbing. I'm used to fighting. I'm used to, I'm used to getting out of holes. I'm used to getting out of the dirt. I'm used to walking out the mud. I'm used to building in hell. I'm used to building in purgatory, bro. But they kept me here. They buried me here. They put rituals around me so I stay in here. They put a triangle around me and made sure I stayed in here. Oh man, it went round and round and round. No matter where I go, I can go miles and miles away from here. Still, I was buried in here. But my guy made me see clear. My guy was like, son, only if you knew, I really want you to stay here. Here you go, Rod and Anubis' eyes. I need you to see clear. I love God. Don't y'all love God? Oh, I can't hear nobody. I love God, bro. I'm obsessed with God. That's why God be like, hey man, you need to learn to live your life. You need to learn to live your life. I get excited about God, y'all. Cause y'all don't understand, like, when I started praying and meditating, it was like, let me just be real, it was boring to me. I said, I done left the game. I done left all this stuff the streets had offered to me. I done left all these accomplishments Satan gave to me. And now I gotta just pray and meditate. Took me a while to adjust. But when I started adjusting and I started really getting into praying and meditating, I realized just like you get blessings from, just like you get gifts from Satan, you also get the same thing from God in this physical dimension. I just had to elevate more. I had to pray harder. I had to be sincere about it. I had to live in it. When things were going bad for me, I still had to pray. I still had to be humble. I still had to love God. And then, when things got even worse for me, I had to love God even more. Not only did I love God even more, I learned to live and walk with God. And I learned that this was all part of God's plan. Then I had faith in God and built a better relationship with God. And I knew no matter what I went through, God got me. So no matter if I was up or down, I knew I was good with God. And when I was able to start moving, no matter how somebody changed my trajectory, when I was able to start participating in things and still living my life and still able to do things and have fun with my life and still have God in my life, I knew I was right. I knew I was right with God. No matter what. No matter what, y'all. So it was like the trials and tribulations, and they put me in this triangle, and they buried me. All they did was force me to embrace my trials and tribulations, when most of us, including myself, will find a way to skip over the trials and tribulations. But by the grace of God, and with the help of all of my enemies, including Satan, I had to embrace my trials and tribulations. And I learned how to fight in my trials and tribulations. They pushed me on my knees in my trials and tribulations. I showed them how I can get on my feet in my trials and tribulations. Oh, they had everybody after me, hurting me in my trials and tribulations. From celebrities to poverty, from rich to poverty, wealthy to poverty. They were pushing me down. We can't let them get up. Keep them in his trials and tribulations. And I just kept getting stronger and stronger in my trials and tribulations, to the point I became a king. A nicely molded, well-rounded king. Forged in the furnace, because it's trials and tribulations.